Supergirl started out on CBS. Because of that, they shot in LA. And because of that, they got Callista Flockhart, Ally McBeal herself, to be a part of the cast.
All four of you standing there doing nothing. You look like the attractive yet non-threatening, racially diverse cast of a CW show. Oh, please. Barry shows up, the Flash shows up, his insistence on that silly name, and he was so unfailingly charming and nice that he had to either be a superhero or a Mormon.
They also had a love triangle between Kara Danvers, Jimmy Olsen, and Lucy Lane. The season ended with Kara and Jimmy going on their first date. Then, in their first episode of season 2, right when they had moved from CBS to the CW, they completely ended any hope of a Kara-Jimmy romance. Then proceeded to put her with Mon-El instead. I could never understand why they did this. It seems so abrupt and nonsensical. I looked to see if there was an explanation for why they just so abruptly ended the Kara-Jimmy relationship. And I found an article with quotes from the producers about why they ended the Kara-Jimmy relationship. We sort of felt like we were pursuing that relationship more because we felt like we had to than any of us was really truly feeling it. We realized that the best scenes between Kara and James were just the nice, sweet scenes where they were being friends. Okay. I also found this clip of the producer saying that there was no drama in the relationship because both characters were good and noble.
After a season of build-up, the Kara-James relationship was really kind of written off with not a whole lot, and he was essentially replaced with a man that was not only a white guy, but that was a former slave owner.
Once they were together, they were two characters who were both so noble and heroic that there wasn't a lot of drama once they were together. But McCall has a very wonderful love interest in his future this season, so fans will not be disappointed.
Fans were disappointed. And I would like to add that Nobody Wants This would like a word. You know, the suddenly hot Netflix show about what? A healthy relationship?
An even bigger fear is this, that I will become emotionally dependent on a guy who will one day realize that I'm too much and break my heart. Is that the most unattractive thing you've ever seen?
No. It's the most attractive. I want this. I want all of this.
There was plenty of drama stemming from their different backgrounds, which is exactly what the CW could have done with Kara and Jimmy. You know, a relationship between an alien and a human.
Cousin never talks about crypto.
We needed a baby when we left, but I remember it all the time.
But also a white woman and a black man. The fact that they let the actress who played Jimmy's sister write a whole show that centered her blackness showed that they could have done the same with Jimmy. Like seriously, the first time I watched the show and it ended with a black woman wrapping her hair up with a headscarf, I was like, a black woman wrote that. Then I found out that she wrote it, and it made it so meaningful.
I think it's, look, the writing is amazing, and it's something I didn't dream for myself. And so if anyone else thinks that they could get behind the camera more, because that's real change, I think representation on screen is like the very, very first step. Behind the camera is where the real change happens. Because I think most of us, or all of us, play characters like that aren't black characters in the comics, technically. So if I'm honest, I think I was really naive at first. I've grown a lot. I've grown a lot in this experience and gotten a lot tougher and stronger. In Candace and Anna specifically, you guys were able to keep a lot of level head and softness and not harden, and I think that that is a superpower.
And I like how that person from the producer's clip pointed out the symbolism of having Kara break up with a black man, then get in a relationship with a man who once owned slaves. Yeah, the Mon-El storyline was never a good look for the CW. It didn't work because they didn't want it to work. Because Kara and Jimmy had chemistry on CBS.
Morning. Hey.
Hey! What are you doing here?
Oh, this is the only place that makes this really hard to find drink I like. Tea.
You like Jimmy Olsen.
Stop it. First of all, he prefers James.
You were looking at him like he was one of your sticky buns.
The love triangle worked there.
Hi, where are you headed?
Look at a rental. Lucy and I are getting a place together, actually.
That's awesome.
But all of a sudden on the CW, the writers couldn't find a way to make it work. But what really makes all of their excuses seem like BS is the Flash. I don't know what you think, but once Harry and Iris got past all the angsty will they or won't they had a pretty healthy relationship.
I'm tired of wondering. Let's start a family.
I love that impulse.
Barry said all the time that Iris was his lightning rod. She was like his center. And yet, their relationship was filled with drama. So I don't see two good people getting together as a hindrance to drama. So I saw a theory on Reddit, and this is Reddit, not a reliable source, that the CW had required Supergirl to hire Chris Wood as a major character. And the only way to do that was either as a villain or a love interest. And the villain wouldn't have as much screen time. Although I take this theory with a huge grain of salt. To me, it kind of makes sense. Because CBS ended the first season with the start of Kara and Jimmy's relationship, and it was abruptly ended on the CW. To me, that says the CW never wanted Kara and Jimmy together. I will never believe an on-screen couple with that much chemistry confounded an entire room of writers. There's like 6 or 7 people in the healthy writer's room, but none of them could make it work. It makes sense that it wasn't because they couldn't make it work, but that it was an order from their network overlords. Did you find the end of Jimmy and Kara's relationship abrupt? Let me know in the comments below. If you like my videos, please support my channel by subscribing, joining my membership, or donating through Ko-fi, Cash App, or Super Thanks. Or you can purchase merch related to my fantasy novel, or just buy my fantasy novel, The Fairy Princess. And let's continue the conversation in the Fairy Princess Facebook group. All links in the description. Thanks.